Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're bringing you a game called the Quinfall. Talk about 5 things I wish I knew when I started the game. So we're going to start the game from a new character, and we'll walk through some things from that point. Uh, Hope you enjoy this video. All right, start off on my American server. We're going to start off in channel 1 or channel 2. We're going to make a new character. And we're going to make a female today, not a. All right, we ought to make her blue. Uh, there we go. We can go with that. Uh, Tattoos. Let's see. We'll get her a. No, no. All we wanted was something on her arm. And then we could go to. Well, that's going to be on her arm. No matter where I put it, it's going to be on her arm. What's the deal there? Uh, no. Okay. Whatever. We're gonna just go with that because some reason I don't think this works properly. You should be able to pick tattoo number 2, number 3. Oh, okay, here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. That was number 3. Let's go to number 5. I don't see 5 coming up. Number 2. Nope, it's not the tattoo we wanted. Okay, well that put that there. Okay. There we go. Tattoo number 1. All right, so we got a few tattoos here. All right. Character name. Let's say G Nasty. All right. So once you put the tattoos on, you can't see them until you get some kind of other kind of outfit. All right. Let's go into play.
In the infinite darkness of the universe, a power rose, known as Al-Nisar, reigning as a solitary god. His power was boundless, yet his loneliness propelled him into a profound search.
Looks like that's going through my mind. We'll just skip through this. But one of the first things you're going to want is a referral code. If you've never played, you're going to want a referral code. If you just started playing, you might even want to, after you see in this video, you may want to start a new character. just to get everything right. All right. It's going to tell you all about your HP, your MP, your stamina, your experience value, your drag your skills, available materials here to use. Okay. Your compass up there. All the little menus here. All right. This is something everybody should kind of pay attention to. Uh, this is all your items, what you're going to be. Okay, this is on your C key, your character. You'll be wanting to put your points in here as you get earn them. Uh, if you're going to be DPS, it looks like it's just strength and con. Uh, then you have, I think these two here are I'm not even for sure about them. I only use their strength and con. So maybe you can find somebody that knows a little bit more about those points. Then you got your K button. K brings up your skills and your experience on for your whatever you're going to be using. Okay, we will probably just use dual daggers on her. Clan tab. Uh, oh, this is I think how somebody joined a clan that didn't want to. Uh, okay, got your world map. You can scroll all around on it. There's a mine over here amongst all that lava. You're going to be starting out over here on this end of this island. Looks like right here. Okay. And then you'll end up being right here. It's going to be the first big town you go to. All right. Once we hit control, control brings up your cursor. All right. So then you got alt for roll while moving, walking to B, sprint is shift, you know, ASWD. So they want us to walk. I'm fixing to not use that. I'm going to use my controller. Uh, so, okay. Now, see, I didn't even do this. I skipped this part. All right. So I didn't do none of this part. You can skip right past this. Exit tutorial. Control. Get your mouse cursor up here. Why I've got it up here. I'm going to plus this up. All right. And you can either zoom in or zoom out. I like mine to be about right here, right there. Just happens to be where I prefer mine. You can also spawn in here, but real quick, this is something you have to figure out whether you want to be 10% mining, 10% wood cutting, 10% harvesting experience. I kind of go towards mining because wood cutting, you can cut wood right off the bat. Uh, Harvesting only by the time you're level 40, you're able to do everything. Uh, so fishing is probably what I'm going to take here, just because I'm not going to be doing cooking or alchemy or hunting on this character. But I will do uh, the probably 2% critical chance. And I'm going to put PvE. Some people accidentally just hit confirm. I know I did when I first started. So that was the first thing in the game I wanted to go over. So we'll do a little mission or two here. We're going to end up. They give you daggers. They give you everything that you want, anything you wanted to start with. This is what I'm going to start with. They put you in light. Uh, we actually with daggers, crossbows. I think even with the two-handed sword, we run. I think the two-handed sword we run heavy chest piece with light armor. That's where we're going to start right there. All right. Talk to this person real quick. I'm going to have you do quick little fishing. So they're going to give you a fishing rod. You got to go down here, equip the fishing rod with a right click. And then it says catch your first fish. Uh, I don't use that. I just go ahead and hit auto fishing. Anything that you catch in the 65 seconds, that's what it's going to take you almost to get to do the regular fishing. I think it's about 62 seconds. It's like, 3 seconds difference. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I've been finding. So, second thing we want to talk about is Terra fragments. There are these little red fragments that you'll get. It's going to be one of the first things you're going to want to keep and always keep. We'll go over to my main character after she catches this fish. And then we'll talk about the Terra fragments a little more. Then we're going to go over pets and mounts and caravans and fishing. And then altars. All right. She caught the fish. She's done. All right. Main menu. All right. Start. And while we're like in a little pause screen here, let's talk about Twitch drops. There is a Twitch drop once a day. 4 p.m. Central is when it restarts. I run my Twitch stream from 10 p.m. Central to 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central. Just depends on how I'm feeling that day. So at least 12 hours that you can watch passively at night if you want. It's free to watch, so you know You can watch whoever. You don't have to watch me. But Warlord Sully at Twitch. All right. We're in the wrong place. We're going to go over here to where everybody starts. And we'll talk about the terror fragments. All right. Every time you pop back into the game, either control or inventory will get you out of this screen here. Okay. We're going to talk about terror fragments and then terras. All right. Your depot will not look like this at first. I have bought a lot of this extra space. We're going to fill from inventory real quick. All right. These are terror fragments right here. Takes 100 of these to make one of these. This helps you from breaking your armor when you try to make it higher level. Which higher level is +1 or +2, +3, +4, +5, +6. I think it goes all the way up to 15 or something like that. I'm not ready to do any of that, so we'll talk about that in a later video. We'll talk about what you need to put, how you put stuff on, and what all these other things are that are in here. But another thing that you're going to want to keep is books. You're probably not going to get a lot of whatever class you're using, but just save all the books because you may want to join another class. Now let's talk about pets. All right. Let's go over to where I have all my pets. And nobody should be keeping all their pets like I do, but I have a meticulous system here because I go out and farm a lot of pets. All right. Now we're at my depot where the pets are at. All right. Let me get the ones that I normally use, which are going to be down here. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Okay. Now we'll go here. We'll put them in my pet tab. Pet tab is going to automatically open when I do this. This is actually the H key. We'll open this for you. But I don't have none to evolve right now, but we'll talk about evolving them. This one has become legendary. Okay. These have become rare. This one's legendary. Okay, you want a collector pet? I suggest getting a flying pet to be your collector pet. You have wood cutting, mining, fishing, hunting, and harvesting. When you go to evolve one of these things, it's going to, when you get them to level, the first one to level 10 or level 9, whatever it is, then you'll evolve it to level 10, I do believe. And then once you do that, it's going to give you a big box up here, and it's going to show you your pet that you're in to evolve it. Well, you can take any of these pets from your inventory here, and because the first one's going to be 5, you can take any 5 of these and put them in there. It does not have to be the same looking pet. I thought it had to be the same looking pet. I was walking around for 2 weeks with a pet that wasn't evolved. So, and the higher you evolve it, the better it works for you. All right, now, and one other thing we're going to discuss about the pet is food. Bring the pets up here. Your food goes in right here. I keep a lot of food in this pet because this is the one I mainly have out all the time. But you can take this food out and you can just right click on it and feed the animal. Okay. Then go to the next one and feed it. You don't even, might not be what you're fixing to use, but you can feed them all and have them all ready to go. Put my food back in. So it's just a right click to put it back in. Next thing we're going to talk about are the mounts. The mount is, you're going to get one right off the bat. You're going to have to lasso a dummy horse, and then it's going to give you a mount. That mount, when you get it, it's going to be in your inventory. So you click on it. All right. Then you got the mount in your inventory. Then you can summon it from this menu here, or you can use the P to summon or unsummon, off and on. P. J brings that menu up. Now, we're going to go back to, and your horse level's up to level 29. Faster it'll go, and you can buy a horse at any market. This is the market for everywhere, not for just one place. You can also get to it for your tab key, and you can just tab into it. And then go to, say you're wanting a new faster mount. You go through here. The faster ones are going to be purple or legendary. The legendary ones are going to be way expensive. Some of the purple ones are way expensive. I got one of these strong horse number 9, which I think they go up by, let's see, that's 57 mile an hour normal speed. An 8 is 57. They're all the same. Okay. Well, no, that 8 is a 56. So, and hell, this one down here is a 58, right? So, but your legendary horses are going to be the fastest. They're going to say they're 63 right off the bat. You have to level them up to even make them faster. I don't know how fast one of these go. We can look at mine. Tell you what my strong horse 8 goes is 69.7, almost 70, which is really good. Some of these weak horses, like what you'll start with, only go 38. So that basically covers your horses. Next thing we're going to talk about is caravans and passive income, which passive income can also be fishing. Passive income and passive experience. The fishing will give you the experience, but you can get income from doing the caravans. Your starter caravan, they're gonna have you do a tutorial run over to talk to the caravan leader. All right. Caravan leaders at the south gate meadow. We'll talk about terra fragments again a little bit here in just a second. Uh, so you go to the meadow, you rent you a caravan carrier. You don't want the thief unless you're going to world or server 4 where it's all PvP and you can go rip people off. So first thing you can do is buy they're going to show you looking at this, buy packages. Neron is all the way across the map, farthest point you can go. You can also spawn there right off the bat by looking at this. You see one of my clan members is over there, done got a load that he's turning in, or it's away from his keyboard because he's doing passive income. Your first ones you're gonna end up making probably about 6 to 8 million off of until you get to level 20 on caravans, which this character is not level 20 on caravans, only level 14. I do a little bit of passive, maybe once a day, when I'm trying to get my 8 hours in. So now we'll talk about that. And we're going to talk about this statue over here. But you can get you some help the townspeople quest right here, and each of these give you Terra. If you're into PvP, you can do the PvP ones. I have the PvP points up, worn up, but I did not. I went into 2 battles today and did not get the 300 points. I don't know how many points I got, but I didn't get none in where it shows. So I think you got to be on the winning team. I was on the losing team twice. Once we got our butt smoked. The other one was close, but we were still in the losing. We were still losing. All right. So you want to get your quest from here. You can do all these. These are not going to be the same as what you are when you start. They'll be a lot smaller XP and money. Uh, I do this one every day just because I'm going to be killing a whole bunch anyway. So once you make enough money, you can come over here and get you a character booster, a drop booster, which really helps with drops if you're trying to just farm money. There's a weapons XP booster. There's proficient booster. I would take this one as soon as you can make your first 2 million and start doing passive fishing. If you're going to try to leave your character on for 8 hours fishing, you might as well bring 2 to 3 fishing poles. You do not need bait. You're going to catch fish with or without bait. So it's a good passive income. All right, now let's talk altars. All right, we go to the map. You've probably seen the blue circles there. These are places that you can build. Okay. Our clan has a clan base here. I have my altar way up here on an island that I grind on. Not that island. Way up here is where mine is. You cannot travel there unless you just have booster pots on you. You can't carry no health pots, no MP pots. You can't carry nothing on you unless you bring it with a boat. Okay, these red areas, when you're still grinding for your XP before you become level 100, you want to put your house or your altar in a place like that. Okay, we're going to go to, let's see, closest one. That's easy to run to. Where this is going to be to show you because you can't put 2 altars down at the same time unless you have a clan one, and then you can put your own, and you can put your own wherever you like. Doesn't have to be right beside your clan house. If you want to be close to it, you can. I go up to that island to farm, so right over here is a blue area. We'll get there as fast as can. All right. This is their clan altar. I can't really do nothing because I can't see, or I don't know why it's even let me do this. Like I can destroy it. But this is the clan altar. The blue ones are your altars. So you can hit U to bring up your altar, and it tells you what you got to have: 160 leather log and 120 stone. That's fine. You can, but then it shows you. Then you got to be able to find a place that you can put it down. So don't just get discouraged if you're too close to somebody else's house. If I was going to build over here, I could probably build right down in here somewhere. Probably right in here. I don't know if being too close to the trees matters. I see people have houses in the trees, so I guess that don't really matter. The houses are easy. Once you put your clan altar down, you can hit left click on your map or right click on your mount, and it'll bring you up the build menu. So you can put your foundation down, like that foundation up there. But that's pretty much it that I got to talk about today. We will talk about what you do with the terras and how to make them into terras, how you make your fragments into terras on the next video. I want to thank y'all for watching today. Love you all and have a great day.